Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an author, an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and a host of this show, To Take Your Life Back Today show. Cold out here today. Today I want to accomplish two things with this video. First is the announcement of my next and final book in the summer of 2019. A children's book, and we called it Say Yes to Hugs and No to Drugs, and it will be co-authored with my wife, Casey. This book is to help educate both parents and children on dangers of using drugs and alcohol. The second thing I want to bring up is this video will give you a tiny view of the children's book. Please pay attention and enjoy this video. I want to talk about how to educate kids about drugs, because you need to talk to your children about drugs. We all have heard this before. Kids of today are our tomorrow. They will inherit what we leave behind. Let's leave a great world behind. Kids start out as these wonderful bursts of joy that make us laugh, cry, make our hearts melt with their innocence, smeared pictures, and unfiltered commentary. As they grow up, they become more independent, even at an early age. They start to regurgitate back to us what they have learned from others and other people. They make their own decisions based on what they see, what they hear, and what they are told to do. Many parents, caregivers, friends, and relatives truly do understand that all of our actions today determine the future of our children tomorrow, if they will live happily, productive, and they will take that in the future of their lives. Drugs are a major problem in society today. An epidemic. Handling the drug crisis begins first with prevention, so that following are some tips on how to educate your child or those children around you about drugs and alcohol. And my book will go into great detail and references. Let's talk about number one. Talk to them about the drugs. Talk to them about drugs again and again and again. Having an open dialogue with your children is the most important way for them to learn about drugs and the harm that the drugs can cause. Talking to them about it more than once shows them that it is very important to you and should be important to them to listen. Number two is start educating children at an early age. With younger children, your opinion on what's bad and what's good is very important. They're very impressionable, these children. Teach them which things can help them and which things can harm them. As they get a bit older, you can explain that the things they choose to put into their bodies that are not meant to be eaten or taken can make them very sick and even cause them to die. You can teach them that drugs harm the body's natural functions and can be extremely dangerous. Also, at a younger age, talk to them about making good choices for their bodies. Let them know their bodies will help get them anywhere they want to go. And excuse me. And to get there, their bodies need to be healthy. Explain how one keeps a body healthy. Number three, research the facts about drugs. Know the truth to yourself so that you can be prepared to answer the questions to your children. In our technological age, it's easy for kids and parents to research various different drugs and get all the information on them. There are several websites that have detailed education on drugs, such as drugfreeworld.org, teens.drugabuse.gov are very informative websites where you can also order information, booklets, and DVDs. These pages are easy to read and DVDs are easy to watch so that you and your children can make your own decisions. Have an open communication with kids about drugs is very important. Keep an open line of communication. Let your kids know that you are a safe person for them to come to for help. Let them know it's okay for them to tell you what's happening in their lives, good or bad or indifferent. As they get into junior high and high school, there is often more pressure to try drugs and alcohol because of peer pressure. You can role play and give them all the kinds of different possibility scenarios to drill. You can create situations or examples of friends pressuring them, strangers offering them drugs, what might happen at a party, and etc. This can help for them to see things in real life through role-playing, because they will get the message at that point. Be prepared with a practice response in the moment they ask questions. I've heard that stuff can hurt you or even kill you should be one of the most common responses. Please also make sure that they have their information seared into their brains. Selling drugs will tell them any and every lie in the book to get the kid to buy or take drugs if they allow that. If any person that even looks weird and wants to sell or give a kid candy or anything, they should be told just to walk away and find and tell their parents. Number 5, define addiction for your children. It's very important. Tell them that drinking alcohol and using drugs can become a bad habit that is very difficult to control or even quit. Tell them it could even kill them. You can tell them that some drugs, such as opiates and cocaine addiction, can happen the very first time they even try it. Number 6, define what a drug is for your children. Drugs are essentially poisons. A little will speed you up, a little bit more will slow you down, and too much will kill you. Drugs can do all sorts of things to your body. Too much of any drug will kill the brain, kill the liver, and kill your body. All you have to do is look up to the side effects of any drug and you will see the effects it can have on your body. Number 7, be strong in your own viewpoint on drugs. Let your kids know that drugs and alcohol can lead to harming others, not just oneself. Tell them that taking drugs and drinking alcohol can cause fatal accidents. Explain to your kids that anything taken in excess can be dangerous, including pharmaceutical drugs. Tell them the dangers of taking any drug and explain that even cough medicine or pain relievers in excessive amounts can be poisonous to the body. Be honest with your children about drugs. Number 8 is know your children's friends. You can't protect your child from everything in life as they get older and branch out and discover their independence, but you can help them make the correct decisions regarding who they interact with. Let them know they ensure a better future for themselves and a happier life if they surround themselves with positive, constructive people who share an anti-drug point of view. Talk to your kids about what they see on TV and in movies. Let your kids know that even though the media glamorizes smoking and drinking and doing drugs, that is not reality. There are serious consequences to all these activities: regret, remorse, personal pain, prison, murder, theft, sickness, illness, and the final is death. TV and movies that glamorize this tend to not show either side of those. Number 10 is praise your kids for what they do right. Part of educating your kids is validating them for making positive choices. Praise your children for what they do right each and every day. Praise them for taking care of their bodies, for bathing, brushing their teeth, etc. As a smaller child, praise them even more. Praise them for the things like eating healthy foods, exercising, and staying drug-free as they get older. Number 12 is, if you're abusing drugs yourself, get help immediately. Abusing drugs or being addicted to drugs yourself can make it very hard to keep your kids away from these drugs. Parents who abuse drugs are more likely to have children who abuse drugs. The future can be very bright and can be very bleak. By giving the kids of today the truth, they can make educated, informed decisions about drugs and set forth in helping to create a new, safer future. Don't let your kids die because your lack of interest in educating them. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Together, you and I, we can help each other take our lives back. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Remember, a simple smile to a total stranger can change that stranger's life. It can even help you. May God bless you and may God bless America. And remember, you are a role model to your children. Act like one and turn to God for help and guidance and direction daily. God bless you. Take care.